The Adelaide Film Festival was incredibly lucky to stumble across the Mini-Regent cinema. I actually was in a doctor's surgery flicking through a magazine and saw an article about John and this wonderful cinema that he's built in his back garden. And so I managed to contact him through the Capri Cinema, and through that we met John and were invited out to come and have a look at his cinema. And the discussions went from there.
A nun in a supermarket standing in a queue, wondering what it's like to buy groceries for two.
Once we announced the Mini-Regent Cinema as part of our program, we just had an amazing response. It was the first thing to sell out in the festival. We could have filled it 10, 15, 20 times over, I think. People just love the opportunity to come to such a kind of special experience, and because we wanted to keep the location pretty discreet, people bought a ticket and they will get onto a bus outside the main cinemas where our festival was.
I'm Alice. What's your name? Thelma. I'm very pleased to meet you, Thelma. I'm Alice. What's your name? Louise. I'm very pleased to meet you, Louise. Thelma and Louise.
We had two entertainers, Coco Loco from the UK, who were both dressed up as Alice in Wonderland, and who kind of took our guests almost like as if you were the White Rabbit, you know, going into Wonderland, or like Alice herself, and suddenly finding yourselves in this kind of miniature version of what used to be very big cinemas.
This is John. He owns the Balmoral Regent. This is Phyllis. She'll give you a program. This is Michael. He's an usher.
I guess we can all go in, folks. So, like to make your way up the marble staircase. We hope you enjoy this evening's program. Good evening. Welcome to Balmoral Regent.
John had arranged a friend of his from the Organ Society to be performing organ as people came in, and then people watched one of the greatest kind of classic films of all time in my books, His Girl Friday, starring Rosalind Russell and Cary Grant. So it really was a fantastic kind of trip back in time.
I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Even 10 minutes is a long time to be away from you.
What did you say?
Huh?
Go on.
Oh.
I was incredibly attracted to the Mini-Regent cinema. I think it is such a special and unique experience. We were thrilled when John agreed to allow us access to this space.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, a warm welcome to you all to the Balmoral Regent Theatre. I'd like to say that you're a rather special audience tonight. It's not very often we open the theatre up to the public.
Clearly this is his own passion that he has in a shed in his back garden. It's not something that's open to the public usually. It's something that his friends and members of the historical societies that he's involved with occasionally come to, but this is certainly not a commercial exercise.
Welcome to the Balmoral Regent Theatre.
We wanted to come here for ages.
Oh, well, make your way up the marble staircase and the usher will give you a program. When you came in through the foyer, you walked up some marble stairs. Those marble stairs are made from marble that came out of the Adelaide Regent Theatre. We have a few other bits and pieces from the Adelaide Regent. As you look around the theatre, you'll see some plasterwork along the front of the stage here, a panel on the back wall. They're all out of the Adelaide Regent, still in their original colours, and the drapes over the door and on the organ console are a portion of the main velvet curtain that was the act drop curtain in the Regent. There's quite a few other theatres represented in here. The panels on the wall, the rectangular ones, come from the Regent Theatre in Melbourne, and the circular ones come from the South Yarra Regent, which was the very first of the Regents to be built in Australia. Our latest addition, by the way, are the Iolite covers. If you want to look over the end there, you'll see those brass covers with the letter R on the top. Well, that gives you a little bit of a feel for the different things around the theatre. Perhaps I'll mention taking part in the film festival this year is quite an honour for me, and I'd like to especially welcome you along and hope that you'll really enjoy the privilege of the Regent experience.
The Adelaide Film Festival has just celebrated its third event, and each festival we like to do something very kind of special and distinctive. The first festival we had a spaghetti western experience where you watched a classic Ennio Morricone Sergio Leone Western, and then afterwards you went down to the park and a band were performing Ennio Morricone soundtrack while you ate a bowl of spaghetti, and this is all kind of in the price of the ticket. This festival, of course, it's been the Mini-Regent Cinema Experience, and this is one of 150 events that we put on over 11 days, and we really try to find something for everybody in our program, ranging from the kind of film experiences that are more historical or archival to then presenting some of the latest, most important films in the world. The Mini-Regent Cinema has been a very important part of what is extremely varied but exciting celebration of film in Adelaide.